Hey, you guys, welcome back to the Goodness Gracious Podcast, Season 42, Episode 8. Good morning, y'all. Sunday, it's a new week. Let's get it. We are on spring break. I slept in until about 10 o'clock. Never did that before, but there's a first time for everything, okay? Anyways, good morning. Let me give you guys my morning check-in. I am doing great. I'm fine. I'm good. Like I said, I slept in for the first time and I just feel like a new person. Yeah, a new person. Sunday, and let's see, do we have anything lined up to do? Not really. It's Sunday. You usually just stay in the house, chill, make your Sunday dinner, watch your Sunday night, get ready for your Sunday night programs. For me, it would be, y'all know that I'm a housewife fanatic. It would be the Real Housewives of Potomac, but that's over with. Okay, so now we stuck with Martha Vineyards Summer House, okay, or Summer House Martha Vineyards. So I'll be watching that tonight. And then that's about it. But I'm just so happy I'm able to chill this Sunday. I've been straightening up organizing my workspace where I keep my sewing materials and my fabrics and everything. So I've been doing that because, baby, when you just don't have time to stop and you just doing this and doing that, and I'm pulling out this and I'm pulling out that, and I'm sticking it here and I'm sticking it there. I really didn't, it became a sore eye. And my husband was like, that looks sloppy. He was looking at my shelf, where I stack up all my fabrics and my, everything. So that's what I'm doing. Other than that, I'm good. I'm good. Yo, y'all, who would have thought we would wake up to a QUAVO versus Chris Brown versus QUAVO beef? Like, I feel like Cat Williams has started this year off with revelations and new rap beefs. Okay, before that we had Nicki Minaj versus Meg Thee Stallion, and then we had Rick Ross versus Drake, and then we had Glorilla both versus JT. So the rap world is really, they beefing, y'all. They beefing. So it all started with between QUAVO and Chris Brown. This one is weird to me. This one is weird, and I didn't see this one coming, and I'm just going to take it from where it's at right now. I just know that Chris Brown dropped a diss track titled Weakest Link at QUAVO. Now, if you know, QUAVO was a part of Offset and what's the dude that passed away? Ooh, Takeoff. I don't know why I couldn't get his name in my head. The three amigos or amigas. Is it the three amigas or the amigos? Y'all know I'm old. I only act like I know what's going on, but it's Migos, the three amigos. Anyway, so I don't even know where to go with this. All I know is that Chris Brown is not bad as a rapper, y'all. He really out here, dropping bars, and he sounds really, really good. Let's get into the diss track titled Weakest Link. Now, should I read it, y'all? Because y'all know I don't want to get in trouble. I don't own none of this copyright mess. Okay, I'm just a little podcast that could. And if you hear some noise in the background, that's my special needs daughter, y'all. She can't help it. I can't help it. It is what it is. Let's go.
Okay, let's get down to the facts. Pussy, I'm dripping red. Don't let this R&B shit fool you. Niggas get ripped to shreds. QUAVO talking like he a thug, nigga. You a bitch with dread. Can't wait to see the day that you back up all of that shit you said. What's all that bullshit you talking? You ain't no huncho, nigga. You the weakest link out of your clique. Let's keep it a hundo, nigga. You fuck my ex-hoe, that's cool. I don't give no fuck, little nigga. Cause I fucked your ex when you was still with a bitch. I'm up, little nigga. They say revenge is sweet. Now think about that shit. Don't let that lie go over your head. I might just sing about that shit. I had a feeling about that dick. There's something sweet about that shit. I got some tea about that bitch, but I ain't gonna speak about that shit.
Wow. That's Chris Brown. He sounds good. He sounds better than a lot of these rappers out here. Chris Brown is an R&B singer, y'all, and he is over here throwing it down like nobody's business, like he's been doing this all his life. Now I got to give it up to Chris Brown. You know, I don't really see it for him, but I have to give somebody their props. I'm fair like that. I'm fair. There's more to it, but I just cannot play anymore. That's it. It's a lot of cursing and stuff in it. Okay, so someone said a rapper getting beat in a rap battle by an R&B singer is nasty work. Now put some respect on Chris Brown's name. Yeah, I have to. He even sound better than Drake. Okay, when listen. Someone said this. Now this is how you diss. Laughing my ass off. This man said he hit Saweetie while they was together. Ooh, Saweetie. Ooh. Okay. Someone said, ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Taurus City. Yeah, you Taurus people I heard can be ruthless. Someone said this is the hardest diss song since Tupac hit him up. Breezy harder than most rappers out. And if I'm lying, prove me wrong and drop a song. After the song had dropped, a diss track, he said, people were saying, Saweetie, you better tap in, because he out here saying he hit you up, baby girl, okay, while you was with QUAVO or some shit like that. Someone said Chris Brown seemingly hints at sleeping with Saweetie in his QUAVO diss. I F your ex when you was still with her. Ish. I'm up, little ninja. They say revenge is sweet. Now think about that ish. Don't let that line go over your head. Wow. These girls out here, y'all need to stop allowing these men to use y'all as pass-arounds. And then when Mad Day comes, they throwing y'all asses under the bus, because we really didn't need to know this, Chris Brown. But when you beefing. When you dissing. So I guess someone said we can't be mad at Saweetie though. Who wouldn't let Chris Brown be for real? I wouldn't, but I'm old anyway, so who cares? Someone said QUAVO can't top this. He can't even rap this good, and he's a rapper. This is crazy. Yeah, I did not see this coming from Chris Brown at all. Someone said y'all found out Meg crept with a couple of guys and y'all acted like the world was ended, but now it's Saweetie. Y'all singing a different tune. Yeah, everybody was like, oh, Meg is this. She's a whore. She's this. She sleeps around. Now it's one of y'all fave, and y'all not even trying to say, girl, you was out here screwing Chris Brown while you was with your man QUAVO. Now that's some nasty work. That's some nasty work. Yes, because not to carp too much on the Meg Thee Stallion thing. Saweetie was out here pulling a couple of dudes, and they got names allegedly: Justin Combs, Chris Brown, QUAVO. They're saying Keith Powers, and now she with YG. Someone said, don't forget Little Baby. I don't know. Keep that same energy for her. Keep that same energy for her. Okay. Someone said, did he say that people wish it was QUAVO that died instead of Takeoff? Oh my OMG, Bigfoot inspiration for this hip hop year that you are. Let me listen.
He died, everybody really wished it was you instead. You tripping, Chris, don't say that, don't lose your head. You done turned a big bad wolf on these fuck niggas, never knew revenge. R.I.P. Takeoff, he the only real one that got true respect. Crazy how when he died, everybody really wished it was you instead.
Wow. Chris Brown came out swinging with violence. Oh my God. Someone said, nah, Meg started with his and had old girl in a induced episode for 4 days. They said his set the tone. Let's not get dense in the comments. Yeah, I feel like when Meg dropped that his diss track or record too, and she mentioned about Nicki Minaj and her husband Petty being on being on watch. This is it. I think, like I said before, I believe Cat Williams set the tone. This is the year of revelations, okay? People coming out telling you their real feelings, baby. Someone said Chris got the power of Red Ruby coming out this tongue, okay? Nicki Minaj said most won't get this because they didn't hear I'm getting ready, but this boy, when I tell you, Ijbul reading this, some days I really hate the bobs. I don't know. Um, Someone said, when did Nicki Minaj not like Quavo? Someone said she's laughing at Quavo after swallowing his kids and asking him to marry her, telling him she will take care of him forever. He didn't wife her, and shortly after that, she reconnected with Kenny down at the men's, not the men's homeless shelter. I hate y'all. Shelter where she was doing a turkey giveaway. Facts. Now that is true about her rekindling her relationship with Kenny. It was at a turkey giveaway. I believe it was in Queens, right? Someone said, girl, how you laughing at Quavo, but you laid down with him and he didn't wife you. He still got the upper hand because you still mad. I didn't even know that Nicki used to mess with Quavo. That's how old I am. I'm showing my age right now. Someone said, Nicki said, only on dem seas if it's breeze, sea breeze the sleeves. Okay, Nikki, just stay out of it. Let the men argue, please. Why do women got to get involved? The only person that should be involved in this beef and whatever is Saweetie. Okay, I hope I'm pronouncing her name right. Someone said, where was this energy when Sheether dropped, Nikki? Someone said, for those confused, Quavo had a lot to do with Nicki and Cardi beef popping off. So this is pretty much his karma. Takeoff was the only one to defend Nicki during that time, hence why they always remained cool and she always showed him love. Quavo snake Nicki. Oh gosh. Someone said Chris ain't even a rapper, but his diss is hard. Someone said Nicki don't care how long it take to get a op back. Quavo, we ain't forget your little diss song you made of her. He made a song? Like I said, I don't know. Okay, let's move on to some more stuff. Let's move on. Someone said, Sweetie tweeted out, let me go rewrite these nanny verses. Okay, so she says she coming for her man. She coming to support her man because she caught a stray in this whole rap beef. Okay. Someone said, you might just have to tweet what you want to say, mama. I don't think rapping is the best way to go for you. Y'all don't think Saweetie is a good rapper? I don't listen to their music, but, I don't know. Someone said, I don't know. I just think it's corny how they be dragging these women when they beefing. Maybe that's just me though. Y'all seem to be eating it up. Yeah, I just don't think that is right to throw the women in the diss of it all, but I get it when you dissing and you beefing. That now y'all ain't had no issue when Nicki Minaj brought up Meg Thee Stallion's mama, her dead mama, lying on her dead mama. So y'all can't have no issue with Chris Brown, bringing up Saweetie. Why is it different for her and it's wrong? But when Nicki did it to Megan Thee Stallion, everybody was like, it's when you beefing, it's all gloves off, whatever. Someone said at this point, call Quavo and do a song together because y'all gonna have to jump Chris at this point. Yeah, he demolished Quavo. I'm sorry. Someone said the only woman that can go toe-to-toe with the men is Nicki. So drop your cute little Punani song, get your 2K streams, and move right along. Oh, no. Someone said, I don't blame her for effing everybody. I'll do the same thing, too. Get a list made now and everything. And Chris up first. Oh, so it's okay for her to be out here, y'all. Someone said, girl, you're no match for Chris. You can't even keep up with Ice Spice. Ooh, ouchie. So someone said Drake and Kendrick beef is funny, but we should probably get the Minister Farrakhan to sit down with Chris Brown and Quavo, because that one don't seem safe. Yeah. Someone said, how is it when the males beef, everyone is excited calling it rap beef, but when females beef is bullying or y'all should get along, female rap unity and the slow brain women will be supporting it. They're basically telling y'all women should be friendly, braiding their hairs together and leave the real rapping to the men, and y'all slow women will be supporting it just to spite Nicki. Then be wondering why women are not respected in rap. How will women be respected in rap when they are not allowed to partake in actual rap culture like rap beef? beefs. Look at them hyping up a singing ninja for making a diss track, but they will bash a female rapper for doing the same thing, girl. Okay. Farrakhan, we need you. Oh my God, let's talk about Stephen A. Jackson, because he's calling out Gayle King after she told Dawn Staley that she was rooting for Caitlin Clark in Iowa over South Carolina. He got an issue with that. Like, oh my gosh. So here's Gayle.
But was there ever a point during the game when you were worried? Because I got worried. We were all cheering for Iowa, of course, and Caitlin Clark. But there's so many people, you've got their hearts. Was there ever a point where you were worried during the game?
Okay, so I don't know if y'all heard it too well, but that was Gayle King saying we were all, it was in the interview. We were all cheering for Iowa, of course, and Caitlin Clark. Us. Who the F is we? Dawn Staley, face over her, palm over her face. So here goes Stephen Jackson. I can't stand this man.
Gayle King's supposed to be somebody that's big in the journalism space, right? And I don't consider her black media. Y'all give her all these passes because she fuck with she's Oprah friend. I don't give a fuck who friend she is. I don't do nothing for nobody. But you cannot demean Dawn Staley like that. You talking to her about winning the championship, about going undefeated, and you have the nerve to get on there and say, well, we was rooting for Caitlin Clark and you broke everybody's hearts. Who is we? Who is we? All the black people I know was rooting for Dawn Staley. We all fans of Caitlin Clark, but the way you put it, that shit was trash. Yeah, and I'm glad it's a new day in the media space. You know what I'm saying? Because you so intelligent, you don't even say stuff like that to somebody on the interview. You just demeaned her and made it about Caitlin Clark. That's trash. Super trash. So,
child, are we not allowed to root for who we want to root for? So we're not allowed to anymore? We just got to root for all black people, all black everything, which I don't have a problem with. I've been doing it. Someone said black people can root for white people. We might not agree, but we can. They can, bruh. They can. Someone said there are a billion things going on in this world, and he decided to open his camera and press record to talk about this. Well, you know, that's what they do. To me, I feel like a lot of these black celebrities and athletes, they have become too vocal when it comes to black women. They always want to put us in our place and tell us what we're doing wrong. What about what you did wrong? Didn't you leave your fiance at the altar, Stephen A. Jackson, if I'm not mistaken? How about that? How about if Gayle said, you know, until you start looking at yourself in the mirror, don't judge my ass for rooting who I want to root for? No. Oh my God. Someone said I don't like kale or okra. They never been for us, kale or okra. Someone said people can root for whoever they want. Another person said Snoop already told y'all who Gayle is. She's a clown. Well, not a clown. I don't care. Someone said, I don't care who she roots for. It's sports. But her saying that to Dawn was absolutely ridiculous. Yeah, it was. But it's not like it's the end of the world, y'all. Like, I don't know. I guess it's the wrong messenger. That's what it is. If it was somebody else calling out Gayle, I wouldn't have a problem with it. But he was just too eager to get on there and check Gayle King. Boy, bye. Okay, let's talk about Peter Thomas. Y'all know Suki with the good coochie was going at it with Peter Thomas, ex-housewife husband of Cynthia Bailey. You know, he was mad because there was a viral video. There was a video of Sukiana twerking on, a one-legged man, okay? And Peter didn't like it, and he spoke out about it. Well, Shekinah didn't like that he spoke out about her twerking on the one-legged man. She said, go worry about your failed restaurants and selling broccolini. She really tore Peter Thomas out. I'm sorry. Let's play it back. So the viral video of Sukiana twerking on, the one-legged man. Peter Thomas tweeted out, like I said, let's just bring in the one-legged man to show how disgusting we are. We are all going to hell for shit like this. I wonder what that little girl looking at this video is gonna think. So he was calling out Sukiana. Now we're gonna play. We're gonna play. We're gonna play Sukiana responding to Peter Thomas.
Was what? Okay. All right.
Okay.
Guns, Peter, Brad, Peter, the animal people. I don't know who he is. So, as you guys know, I was just shooting a music video, right? And I was dancing with a guy out there, and the guy happened to have he had one leg or whatever. So I was dancing with him in my music video. First of all, I'm in Jamaica, baby, in Kingston, Jamaica. I don't know if y'all know about Jamaica or any Caribbean islands, but winding and dancing is a big thing there. So dancing on somebody is not looked at as vulgar or nasty or trampy. That's their culture. That's a culture. So let me tell you something. I want to know, really understand why he posted me dancing on this man and said that's why all y'all going to hell. First of all, you bald. You need to worry about that restaurant that went to hell. That's what you need to do. Now I've been trying to spare you, but I don't understand what me dancing on a man who only got one leg got to do with going to hell. Oh, you saying that he can't dance? He can't get no coochie? Bitch can't dance on him? That make me know everything I need to know about you, because you judging people that's missing limbs. Ain't nobody judging you for missing hair or missing payments on that restaurant. And I've been there before.
Oh my God.
Out there in Miami, while you talking about people going to hell, I went there before. One of my friends, Peasy, he had a show at the office. When they came to town, we decided to go to that funky restaurant that you got.
Funky restaurant.
First of all, let me really understand.
Oh my God, I cannot with her. Okay, let's play Peter's response. Okay, let's hear Peter's response to that. Okay.
Bus parked in front of her with some people on it, and I could just hear the director in the back saying, "Back up on the one-legged man. Jump in right now, one-legged man." And then she was funny to me, and I thought it was crazy that, I don't know if the person was a dancer or she's a rapper, because I don't know who that is. But for the fact that they thought it was cool to put the one-legged man in there, and knowing that little girl's gonna see the video, I was a little bit perturbed by it. Okay, but I guess a hit dog holler. You know what I'm saying? First of all, I'm Jamaican. Born in Jamaica. 1 second, sweetheart. Born in Jamaica. Okay. In Kingston. All right. Real Jamaican. All right. And I knew that was probably in Jamaica when I made the comment. The comment wasn't about the one-legged man. The comment was about and she had a butt. They need to put a one-legged man in a music video for it to go viral. I thought that was whack. Okay. All right. And as far as you've been to my restaurant and you don't know if broccolini is a real vegetable? Because they probably don't sell that where you at, or where you live at. I would know you. Okay, but broccoli is a vegetable, in case you didn't know it. Broccoli and broccolini. That part. So, I'm sorry. Maybe you could use this response to go viral. Okay, but the ugliness wasn't towards you. The ugliness was towards the director or the concept developer for that music video. You don't need a one-legged man in your video to go viral. As you do some skin out. As you do some skin out, sweetheart. You don't need that. Alright? Them Jamaicans got you looking. And I'm Jamaican and I was just calling them out. That's all I was doing. See ya.
Okay, so Peter is saying that he wasn't coming for Sukiana. Not so fast, sir. He said he was really like his tweet was more towards the producer or whoever was directing the video to say, oh, put the one-legged man in, bring him in. He was referring to that. But you did say to her, girls look up to you. And what what are what are you showing these young girls? So you do know who she is, because how do you know that girls look up to her? How do you know she's a household name? So yeah, Patricia. I love me some Peter. Someone said, he really do look like Papa Smurf. It's like he has a hint of blue in him. Stop. That's not nice. Someone said, a wise woman once said, are you Peter or are you Patricia? Because we need to figure this out. That's Nene Leaks. Someone said it's crazy to me how everything that Nene said about these people is correct. Peter still wants to hold that center peach. Now, Peter's just Peter. He's very outspoken, and I like Peter. I actually do. I feel like people give him a bad rap. He is a bad businessman. I ain't gonna lie about that. He make us Jamaicans, well, I'm not fully Jamaican. He make my mama people look really bad out here. Peter, you got to get your shit together. You got to pay your workers, okay? Someone said he too old to be worried about other people. Wait a minute. So because he's old, he can't get into the mix of pop culture and speak on things that he sees. Especially him, being that he's an older generation, we would want to hear his perspective. We would like to hear his thoughts and opinion from an older generation. Because you young people out here are just running amok. Okay. Someone said, Peter, please, bar none, Nene voice. Someone else said, Peter's Jamaican. He knows that's how Caribbean people have fun. Yeah, but he's just saying that it looked like they purposely picked the one-legged man to put in the video to make it like, it almost like the one-legged man was put there to garner, make it go viral. They wasn't celebrating that he's a one-legged man just dancing. It was like a prop. He's like a prop. I guess that's what he was trying to say, but he couldn't get the words out. They said Patricia loved arguing with women. Someone said that man was okay with being a viral moment, though. It's not like they snuck and recorded him. Yeah, maybe they paid him a couple of dollars. Someone said, Peter, pay that debt, blood. They said, Peter, you should have mind your business, though, really out of your age bracket. Is it really out of his age bracket? Or are we just being, what is this ageism mess going on here? Okay? It's giving ageism, okay? Someone said, in my JT voice, no bars. Peter literally has no bars. Why can't a man with one leg not enjoy himself? Hashtag at Shakina. Sukiana goat goes viral without dancing. She is that girl. Someone said that Peter Thomas, stay out that woman business. It sounds like you wish it was you getting that thing thrown back on. It's given, I need to be seen again. Let's talk about Kevin Gates. Let's talk about the homeless. Let's talk about how people get, these rappers and these celebrities get on my nerves when they try to do good by a homeless person and they record it. I hate that shit. I really, really do. And I wish people would stop doing it. People in general do it also. Just non-celebrity people feel like if they helping a homeless person, they got to record it, put the camera up in the person's face that they giving them a cup of coffee or a sandwich or some money. No, don't do that. If you're going to give to help, give to help. Anyway, Kevin Gates got mad after he gave this homeless woman a Chick-fil-A sandwich. He said that he thought she was hungry and she should have ate it right away. Let's get into it, y'all. Okay?
Kind of shit pissed me the fuck off. I had got 2 sandwiches from Chick-fil-A. Now, I gave this lady one of my sandwiches, right? See what the name is on that bitch. Yeah, God. Yeah, that's me. But anyway, so, I just love when they be like, God? I be like, yes, Lord. Bless you, my child. But anyway, long story short, I reached her my Chick-fil-A sandwich out the window, right? This motherfucking bitch then put my Chick-fil-A sandwich in her book sack and put the sign back up there. Now, I thought you said you was hungry. You would work for food. You should have ate that bitch right there. You so fucking hungry. She put that bitch in her book sack and put the sign back up. I said, you bitch.
Wow. Now, the fact that he's calling her all kind of B words is what's really pissing me off. But the fact that you mad because she put the sandwich in her bag, maybe she's saving it for the end of the day. She is homeless, right? She is trying to get her money up and get food so that wherever she sleeps, if she sleeps in a shelter or she sleeps on the street, she can have her food and stuff later for tonight. It's just so heartless of him to say he helped her and he gave her the sandwich and why shouldn't she eat it right away? What? So what was the purpose of you helping the person? If you're going to help someone, don't have rules on when you help and on how you help them and how they should respond back to your help. Okay. Someone said, let's discuss why y'all call yourselves God. Yeah, he was talking about he's G-O-D on the package of his sandwich. That's why I don't even say Charlemagne the God, because I ain't calling no man on this earth God. You hear me? None whatsoever. But that's a different story. Someone said, she's probably saving it for later, clown. If you don't have any food, you're going to make what you have last. That's what I said. Someone said, laughing my ass off. She's not trying to eat while she's on the clock. Yeah, she's trying to make her money. She's trying to get all her, whatever, her offerings up. But at the end of the day, wherever she goes, like I said before, the shelter or the streets or whatever, she is done for the day. She has a sandwich to eat before she go to bed. Like, this is so out of pocket. And I hate when celebrities do this. And then they want you, they feel like it's a privilege for me to help you. And why you not eating the food that I gave you? No, you don't do that. Someone said, first of all, you ain't God. Secondly, the real God probably gave her discernment not to eat it. Someone said, did he want her to tap dance and kiss his shoes for that sandwich? No, he felt like if she got a sign saying, I'm hungry, need food, and he gives her something to eat, she should eat it right there on the spot. Maybe she want to go wash her hands. Oh my God. Someone said these dudes had millions of dollars in success and be posting the lowest vibrational shit I've ever seen. Amen. Amen. Someone said, dang, she couldn't go find a seat first? Right. Someone said, what is actually happening with humanity right now? Nothing. It's becoming a viral moment for people. When people do something good, they want to post it up and show people that they did something good. And the purpose of doing something good is doing something good. You don't look for a pat on your back, or you don't look for the results right away from what you helping a person with. Someone said maybe they were saving for their children at home. Like, damn, why you give a F what she did with the food? Someone said there's given to help someone out of kindness. There's given for attention. This is the latter. Yeah, I listen, boy, bye. I cannot with him. I cannot. I don't even like him anyway. So there's that. Let's talk about Kelvin Hunter, baby. He woke up and chose violence. Kelvin Hunter, Wendy Williams' ex-husband, is still out here just as big and as mad as he wants to be, and he's coming for Black China.
Of you miserable hewers and women on my page are going to be very mad. But for the smart people who understand the plight of, I'm not trying to play victim. Again, I take full accountability. A lot of y'all still don't know what's going on, and you still won't know what's going on. And as per the documentary that you just saw, which was whatever, I knew nothing about it, you still don't know what's going on. And guess what? There was nothing good that came out of that. Nothing good came out of the documentary. So I don't know what was this display for. All of the people that were involved, the celebrities, half of them were involved in enabling her. So Black China, you need to go sit down before I air you out and let people know what you really did. There's a lot, but I'm not here for that. Listen, you miserable women, please stay off my page. Just stay off my page. Pray for the people that's involved. Pray for my ex-wife. Pray for Wendy Williams. Pray for Wendy Williams. Pray that for the family. Pray for everybody that's involved. And whatever I'm out here doing, and whatever people think I'm doing, guess what? If I don't go out here and do it, who the fuck is going to do? What we going to do? Sir,
what are you doing?
The display is whoever's in charge, They clearly don't care. So, and I've been minding my business. I've been doing what I got to do to make these announcements that I'm about to make to show that I am working hard. I'm going to keep working. My legacy is not over. Whatever I have to do for the legacy, that still includes my entire family, is still not over. My son is looking. My daughter's looking. My lady is looking.
My lady. My lady. Not your wife, your lady.
At this point, if you don't...
Okay, y'all, he's talking some more. Let's get into it.
Still caught up on that nigga armatry or that nigga news about whatever, you don't really see what's going on here, the real plight, then okay. But please, I'm going to ask you to please refrain, you women, refrain from my comments. Refrain, go get a life, go get a man, go get some penis, go do whatever you need to do. But please stop worrying about Kelvin. Oh.
Okay, so that was Wendy Williams' ex-husband, Kelvin Hunter. He had some things to get off his chest. He actually, Black China caught her stray. He's saying she was an enabler. So, because y'all know Black China was in the documentary. She came by to visit Wendy Williams. And so he's trying to air her out. Listen, sir, you need to find a job. Go find a job because it was reported, I think a day ago or two, that you were overpaid in your divorce settlement with Wendy Williams. You owe her $100,000. So it seems like he's just mad, and he's mad at that. He's mad at the world. You need to go get yourself a job, dude. And stop worrying about Wendy Williams. And you talking about people enabling her and how the documentary didn't do anything. Let's take it from the beginning, sir. You were the one you're responsible for Wendy Williams' demise, okay? Because had you was just out here, I believe Wendy Williams gave him the opportunity or turned a blind eye to his cheating. I believe that. But when you decided to make a whole baby on your wife, you destroyed her, okay? You destroyed her, and you knew she had substance abuse issues. She had other things going on, and you placed that on top of someone struggling with alcohol and whatever else. Then it's going to be the demise of a person. So while you're out here calling everybody out, call yourself out, because you're the reason why we no longer have Wendy Williams around, and we no longer have the show around. And whoever else think that I'm wrong, well, too bad. This is my thought and my opinion. I think Kevin Hunter needs to shut his mouth and worry about getting a job, because you're not going, the meal ticket train is over. And I don't think Kevin Hunter Kelvin he hasn't come to terms with that. Your meal train ticket is over. It's done. It's gone. Get yourself a job. Stop blaming everybody else and blame yourself. The reason why Wendy is not on the air no more is because of you. And you're cheating, and you're having a baby, and you're putting the girl up in a house across from your wife or down from your wife. You're disgusting, man. You're disgusting. Now, I gave you credit. I gave you a lot of credit for getting Wendy cleaned up and getting her the talk show and whatever. I gave you props for that. But now you're coming out here looking like a whole big fool. You're losing your homes. You're losing your cars. You go get a job, man. Go get a job. Stop worrying about Wendy's money. You're not getting none of it. Now we come to find out you've been overpaid. Now you're big time pissed. Now you're coming after women like Black China and her friends or whatever. Listen, dude, look in the mirror, Kelvin Hunter or whatever you want to say. Someone said this man will do anything but get a job. Exactly. Someone said 3, 2, 1, here comes Tokyo. Yeah, you better not mess with Tokyo's baby Black China. Like, she could give Black China the business, but you can't, okay? Someone said sassy and broke is a bad combination. I hate y'all. Someone said, shut up, Kevin Williams. Leave China name out your mouth. Oh, that was Claudia Jordan. Someone said, I'm on the phone with the police. I don't even know what that means. And everybody basically in the comments on the Neighborhood Talk is saying, dude, go get a job. They said you're doing everything but applying for a job. This is embarrassing. Like, go get a job. Someone said, we don't want to hear about what Black China really did. We want to hear about what you did. We already know what he did, but he has admitted to it 1 or 2 times, but now he just taking it to another level. Like, why are you so angry? And y'all stay out his comments, please, because we don't care about him. I'm acting like I'm Wendy's sister or something. We don't care. They said someone said that mistress must have ran through all the money he swindled from Wendy because he's been fired up lately. Yeah, they have like a couple of businesses open, but I don't know if they still have it open. I know she had like a vegan restaurant or something, and I don't know if it closed down, but I could have sworn he was opening up a pizzeria in Brooklyn. And so what happened with that? He don't got it no more? Let me see. Sharina Hudson. Oh, her page is private, so I can't see what's going on. I ain't gonna even try to friend her. She's still on there, but I remember the last I heard about Sharina, she was in some competition, some food cooking competition or something like that. And let me see what the people are saying. Hold on. So I went to Kevin Hunter's page, and he was down by the Superior Court of New Jersey. That was like a day ago. Some people are not, I don't see nothing bad. Someone said, LOL, so did you win or lose? Shaking my head. He's down at a courthouse. Someone said, why does Instagram hide messages? Love the suit. All things must come to an end, especially when foundation is shaky. Someone said, never seen you so sharp. Someone else said, please go save Wendy. Where the hell is Wendy Williams? I don't see nothing bad. And he took down all his other posts. He only has 2 posts up. And so what is he talking about? Maybe they're in his DMs. Y'all in this man's DMs. Y'all get out Wendy Williams' ex-husband DMs, because he getting angry out here, y'all. So let's talk about NEYO real quick, because he is into this whole polyism or polygamy debate. Fans react. Listen, y'all, I don't know what's going on with the black people.
Married before. What are your thoughts on legalizing polygamy?
Legalizing polygamy? I didn't know it was legal.
It's illegal. You can't get married, but you can obviously have more than one girlfriend.
I feel like in the realm of love and romance, you should let people do whatever the hell they want to do.
Yeah?
Can't see how it's hurting anybody.
Exactly. Do you think it should be legalized?
Sure, why not?
Would you fight with the in DC with the lawmakers?
No, because to be honest, I don't need the government to tell me what it is I can and can't do.
Yeah.
It's my personal life. So,
But if you wanted to get married to more than one woman, would you consider doing that? Or would you want to even get married to multiple women?
I don't know.
Yeah?
Depends on the situation. I'm not gonna let it ruin my day.
Okay. As an advocate,
The day, the people I love know I love them and they love me.
why don't you write songs about dating multiple women? You're always just like, gassing up one lady at a time when you're writing music.
The songs come out depending on the situation and the circumstance.
Okay.
This is the first time that I've been in a relationship or situation like this, so
And how is
not to say
it?
that no songs about it will come to pass. They'll come.
I love it.
I don't force it when it comes to music. It happens naturally. It happens organically.
You recommend the situation you're in now?
No.
Why?
I don't recommend anything to anybody. What works for me might not work for you, and vice versa. So
Girls-
find out what works for you.
Can I ask your girls, would you want to get married with 2 women and NEYO? Something you'd be open to? See you guys, bye.
Child. Oh, Lord have mercy. So NEYO is in a relationship with 2 women, and let's read this real quick. NEYO's 2 girlfriend situation spark polygamy debate. NEYO is causing a stir on social media after being questioned about how he feels about being in a Polynesian. Why can't I say this word right? Relationship. Y'all know I butcher words, so whatever. In a viral clip, the R&B singer and writer was seen with his 2 girlfriends when TMZ reporter caught up with him. He said, I feel like the realm of love and romance, you should let people do whatever the hell they want to do. Can't see how it's hurting anybody. The reporter then questioned why he didn't write songs about dating multiple women, noting that his music often focused on praising one woman at a time. Child. Someone said he not fine enough to have 2 girlfriends. Oh my God. Y'all are terrible. Someone said, ladies, please have some standards and some damn self-esteem, because this nonsense is not cute. Okay. How do I feel about this? I really don't care. The way that NEYO treated his, what's her name? from, and she was on the Housewives. Jesus Christ, I forgot her name. The way that he treated her and told her to get her tubes tied so that she wouldn't have any more children was just horrible. And then he ended up not marrying her. The relationship ended up, going sour. And then he went on to get married and have more children. And, she couldn't because she told her to tie her tubes, and she tied her tubes for NEYO, thinking that this is what you do when you're in love, and you're in love with this man. We have 2 kids together. We're never going to break up. We're going to be together forever, ever, 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 ever. And he convinced her to tie her tubes, and, so I really don't have much for him. And then he married Crystal Smith, and she was on the Bold and Bougie show on WeTV that Carlos King had recently flop produced for WeTV. He did her wrong too. She said he was cheating on him and having babies outside of the marriage. So I don't care what he says or do, but I want to say this: he has a daughter, so he needs to be very mindful of how he's treating women out here in these streets. These men are not thinking that the way that they're treating women now, and they have daughters, their daughters might be, they might get the same kind of treatment from men like yourself. And you're not going to like that, okay? Sorry, y'all, that was my house phone ringing. Someone said this is proof that some women will do anything to be with a man who has money because nothing about him is attractive enough to pull this off. It's definitely the money. I don't even care about his looks. I don't even care about how he looks because there's a lot of unattractive women with, cute dudes, whatever, vice versa. Who cares? It's about how you treat people. And if you're mistreating people out here and you have children and you have sons and daughters, you got to think about people like yourselves getting, when your children become of age, people like yourself coming into their lives and mistreating them and doing things like that. You know what I mean? So there's that. You have to be mindful. You have a daughter. You doing this stuff out in public and talking about it like it's normal. It's not normal. It's wrong. Now, if you're a single person with no children, yeah, you could do whatever you want. You could see whoever you want. Okay? Someone said, but let Crystal have 2 big fine men and she's for the streets. Yeah, if his ex-wife does this, then people will look at her as a whore. She's awful. She's for the streets. But, someone tweeted out, it's always the men singing love songs that be the most effed up. Laughing my ass off. Brian McKnight and NEYO, perfect examples. We got to get on Brian McKnight. We're going to do a whole different episode on that because, baby, he is showing his ass out and he's calling his children product of sins. I'm like, dude, he got with this new family, this I think they're white or Spanish, and baby boy has lost baby boy. Brian McKnight has lost his mind. Okay, so we're gonna talk about that in another episode. But for now, let's stay with NEYO. So they said NEYO ass got 2 girlfriends and probably still cheating. Someone said NEYO is the GOAT. I don't know. Someone said NEYO, you a wild boy. LOL. Someone said a trick that's playing 2 women to be with him. Paying? Y'all think he's paying these women? I don't know. Someone said he tried monogamy, but it didn't work for him. Now he's living out loud. I prefer this vision. Someone said he's trying to be cool so bad. Another person said, I'm still just having a hard time believing he's straight, just some tangy. I believe NEYO is a straight man. He's just throwing his money around. Sometimes heterosexual men can be the most problematic men in the world. Especially when you give them money, honey. Ciao. Okay. Someone else said he's trying to convince us when he needs to be trying to convince himself. So people in the comments are saying, he's bisexual, whatever. I don't know, but I think NEYO is just a man who, with money, like I said, money gives you power. Money gives you the power to do whatever you want, treat people how you want, and that's what it is. Guaranteed, if he didn't have this money, these situations that he's in. Why am I banging the table? it wouldn't be this way. So someone said the same thing. Someone said Neil Rich has money to get away with that. It's the broke man that tries this that cracks me up. You can't afford one. Now why you trying to F out of here? Yeah. So that's basically it. All right, y'all. That's all I got. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you for listening to the Goodness Gracious podcast. Bye, y'all. Bye.